All right, let's talk about something that pretty much all of us put off, updating our LinkedIn profile. But you can forget about the hours of stress. We're going to give it a powerful refresh in just 5 minutes with a super simple, low-stress guide. Okay, let's jump right in.
First, let me ask you something, and be honest. When you look at your LinkedIn profile, does it feel a little neglected? Maybe a bit like a digital ghost town? If you're kind of nodding your head right now, then yep, you are in exactly the right place.
So here's the game plan. We'll do a lightning-fast audit, then we'll nail that first impression. We'll talk about telling your story. I'll give you an activity plan that won't burn you out, and then we'll look at the only numbers that actually matter. It's all pretty straightforward, so let's get into it.
Okay, first up, the 5-minute audit. And I want you to think of this as the mirror test. You've got to look at your own profile with fresh eyes, right? Imagine you're a potential client or employer just stumbling upon it for the first time. What do you see? All right, if you can, pull up your profile right now. Let's do a quick gut check. Your photo, is it from this decade? Your headline, is it just your job title or does it actually say something useful? And come on, be honest, when was the last time you actually posted? Just taking a second to answer these is a huge first step. Next, let's talk about first impressions. Because you've only got, a few seconds to convince someone to stick around. That snap judgment all comes down to 2 key things that speak for you before you even get a chance. You know, the rules for a great profile picture are surprisingly simple. Look into the camera, get some decent, natural light. But here's the key. Professional doesn't mean you have to look like a stiff corporate robot. It just means authentic. And yes, that absolutely means no more car selfies or awkwardly cropped wedding photos. Please. Okay, this right here, this is probably the biggest mindset shift you can make. Your headline is not your job title. It's your promise. It is the one single sentence that tells a complete stranger exactly who you help and what you actually deliver for them. I mean, just look at the difference here. LinkedIn consultant. Okay, what does that even mean? It's passive, it's a label, but I help coaches and freelancers find clients? Whoa. See? That is an active promise. It's basically a magnet for the right people because they immediately know you understand their problem. Feeling stuck? Don't even worry about it. Just grab one of these 3 formulas. They're basically plug and play. You can target a specific audience, summarize your value, or just lead with a direct promise. Just pick one, fill in the blanks, and bam, you're already ahead of most profiles out there.
All right, so you've hooked them with your picture and your killer headline. Now what? They scroll down to your About section. And this is not the place to just dump your dry, old resume. No way. This is your space to convince them, to tell a story, and make them feel like they actually know you. So let's be super clear on what this section is and isn't. It's not a boring list of your past job duties. It is your chance to connect the dots for the person reading it, to explain who you are, what you do, and to answer that all-important question, why you? And if you're just staring at a blank page, try this template. Seriously, just fill in the brackets. It's like paint by numbers for your professional story. It forces you to get straight to the point, who you are, who you help, and how you do it. It's an amazing way to turn a boring bio into a compelling one. Oh, and don't sleep on the featured section. Think of it like the front window of your online store. This is prime real estate. If you have a great blog post, a helpful guide, a video you're proud of, pin it right here. The goal is simple. Make your best stuff totally impossible to miss. Now, a great profile is one thing, but it can't just sit there gathering digital dust. You have to be active to stay visible. But wait, don't panic. This is not about needing to post every single day. We're talking about a low-stress plan where consistency will beat intensity every single time. When you do decide to post, you don't need to write a novel. Just follow this really simple 4-part formula. Start with a hook that stops the scroll. Share one single clear idea. Summarize the main point. And then end with a really simple question to get people thinking. That's it. But let's be real for a second. Some weeks are just crazy. You don't have the time or the energy to create a post. And you know what? That is perfectly okay, because you can stay incredibly active and visible on LinkedIn without creating any new content at all. Here's how.
It's called the 5-5-5 method, and it's so simple but so effective. First up, your first 5. Every week, find 5 posts that you genuinely resonate with and give them a sincere like. Not just mindless clicking, but really find stuff you appreciate. That's step 1.
Step 2. Your next 5. You're going to write 5 valuable comments. And no, great post does not count. Add to the conversation. Ask a smart question. Show you actually read the thing. This is where people really start to notice you. And finally, the last 5. Send 5 soft touch DMs. This is not a sales pitch. This is a simple thanks for connecting or a quick hello to a colleague. This whole 5-5-5 thing might take you 15 minutes a week, tops. But trust me, the LinkedIn algorithm notices that effort. All right, last section. We have to talk about measuring what matters. Because if you don't measure your effort, it's just sweat. It's like going to the gym but never looking in a mirror or stepping on a scale. You're just working out in the dark. You have to know if what you're doing is actually paying off. And you don't need a complex analytics degree for this. Just track these 3 numbers every week. Profile views, are people finding you? Post impressions, is your content getting seen? And interactions, are you building trust and starting conversations? That's the whole dashboard. Just check in on these numbers weekly. And remember, the goal isn't just to chase growth for the sake of growth. The goal is understanding. That topic got a lot of views. That kind of comment sparked a good conversation. This is how you learn what your audience actually cares about. So let's end on this thought, because it captures the whole spirit of what we've talked about. LinkedIn isn't a race. It's a constant walk. It's about those small, consistent steps. You have the plan. So what's the one small step you're going to take today?